Greetings. Can everyone hear me?
Hello.
Hi. Okay. There's a lot of comments already.
Oh, wow. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to change your background.
Thank you.
Okay.
Action figure addict. Ooh, it's so pretty.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, that's a bit overstimulating, but it's gonna set it up.
That's the one you chose.
I know. I love it. Yes, it is for one time, and it's a lot of other things too, because I couldn't pick one topic. And they kind of all go together. Sup Kaiju. Sup JMK. It's definitely gonna be something. What it is, I don't know. Sup Alpha. Hopefully it's gonna get better at listening to all this creepy stuff.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff planned here.
Yes. Sup Ron Ivy. Did I miss anyone? I said hi to Alpha already. Yes. Nice. The Raws were accurate about that. Hopefully they're accurate about the Mets for you. Right?
I don't think they were accurate about the Mets. Did the Mets lose today?
I don't know. Roll Keeper's not here yet.
Oh, yeah.
Get it? He's the role keeper? No, that didn't make sense. Sup Menjoza. Thank you for coming, everyone. Yeah, they can hear me. Oh, sup, Mython?
Python in the house. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Thank you. Isn't it fabulous? It's got all my cute ass gnomes. Look at my new
Sorry, I'm
he's not
attention.
new.
I'm doing
But
something real quick.
look
Give me a
this.
second.
Look how cute. My little squish. Gnome squish. He's not actually a squishmallow. I love the shrooms. Aren't they pretty? I literally just forgot the name of these mushrooms, but Frank is here. Oops.
How you doing, Frankie? How you doing, man?
Oh yeah.
Nice to see everybody in the house. Driving and listening. Nice.
Don't worry. You don't have to worry about going to Wendy's.
You're not going to have any of that kind of shenanigans on this show, right?
I actually don't mind those gnomes. Their voice. His gnome voice is fine. Okay. So it was funny because I was gonna firstly it says like nuclear energy or whatever as the title of the stream.
Yeah.
Because I thought wrongly about something, but I was just like, you know what? My brother made me notes. I'm gonna just go with it. We'll just briefly touch on nuclear energy. I kind of hope that everything, if I word it correctly, but I'm bad with words speaking wise, so I hope you guys can kind of fill in the blanks or like tie it all together because the things kind of fit together. So
okay,
you'll see. Oh shit, where'd it go? Okay, so I need you to pull up the Montauk Monster because this is what I thought 3 Mile Island was, but it's not. I just want everyone to see Montauk.
You didn't send me a link, did you? I just have to look it up.
No, just type it.
Just
look
Montauk.
It up. Montauk. When I heard that 3 Mile Island was reopening, I thought for some reason that the Montauk Monster was from 3 Mile Island. But
are you referring to this weird looking animal in the sand?
Yeah, it's like a dead gross animal. Yeah.
Okay, look at now.
I
shall share the image. It's not.
I thought it was from 3 Mile Island, but it's
weird.
not. It's from Montauk, the area. The Montauk Project is a whole other thing that I'll talk about in another episode because I still need to research that. But anyway, I mistakenly thought this thing was from 3 Mile Island, but it's not. But I wanted to show you anyway. People think it's a raccoon or a cat. It looks like it has a beak to me, so I don't know. Sorry, should have warned everyone about this graphic image before putting it up. You can take it down now before I lose viewers. I already lost 2. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so anyway, that was my mistake. I thought that was 3 Mile Island, but whatever. So because of that, I was like, oh shit, they're opening 3 Mile Island where there's some weird animals being dead and stuff. Not the same thing. But anyway, I had already told my brother about 3 Mile Island reopening, and he just sent me this whole like big paragraph of notes about it. And I don't see, well, I didn't want to like not read his notes since he just took the time to send me all the notes about it. He does like coding and programming and stuff like that, so he knows a lot about that. Exactly. Stranger Things is based off the Montauk Project.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. I'll briefly touch on it.
Okay.
But first, I was going to talk about 3 Mile Island. And I guess it's about creepy shit, right? So I also kind of wanted to do, maybe not every single time, but maybe sometimes have like a bit of world news.
Okay.
Kind of tie that in, or like be like, what do we think about this? You know, something that could be creepy or weird. And everyone thinks nuclear energy is kind of creepy and weird. So, right? I mean, it's good, but it's bad. So I was gonna read my brother's notes about 3 Mile Island opening. It's in Pennsylvania, I believe.
Hold on.
And it was the site of America's worst nuclear accident. 3 Mile Island.
Yeah.
That was a chupacabra. I wish, but no. I don't think they say they look like them. But I just can't get over the fact that it looks like it has a beak.
It looks
and my brother's like, skulls look weird when they have no skin. And I'm like, yeah, but like, that's a straight up beak though. But, exactly. Yeah. It's not, I thought it was America's Chernobyl, but Chernobyl was way worse than 3 Mile Island. So they say.
Yeah.
So they like to tell us. Because I just watched this thing where it said, they didn't even tell people how bad Chernobyl was. And also, a cool fun fact I learned about Chernobyl is that they shipped off military people, took their passports, shipped them on a bus, and just brought them to Chernobyl and was like, oh, you're cleaning this, by the way. Like, that's just what happened when they woke up one day and, like, went to work.
Wow.
All these military people were just like, oh, you're cleaning this. And they had to clean. This is from a channel. I don't remember what channel. If I find out, it's, I'll put it in the comments. It's from, I think, Top 5 Scariest or something like that.
Okay.
It's like weird stuff found in Chernobyl, the title is. You don't have to look it up, but it was just a girl talking. But it was saying that they had 90 seconds to clean and then go back. Like, to reduce radiation levels.
I don't think that's a dodo bird, you silly goose.
Dodo birds.
Only because the waste of storage domes in the Pacific haven't fully ruptured yet. No.
Damn.
Google is backing the reopening
Microsoft
of Power the Air AI.
Yeah.
I think that's why you brought this up, right? You heard this on the news. You heard that on the news.
I got it. I got emails from what's my news thing? Hold on. It's a cool news source. I like to shout them out. My brother told me about it a long time ago. And I deleted all the emails, of course. Because that's what I do. I don't like...
Because you're impatient.
Yeah. Hold on. 1440. That's
I think it was Microsoft, not Google. That's
yeah.
who's trying to power the AI.
I get daily emails from 1440. That's how I get my news. Okay. And it said that nuclear powers AI or whatever. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of nuclear, but like I get its importance. So that's why I asked my brother, who's kind of a technologically unbiased source.
Yeah.
I feel he's biased because he works in that field. Not nuclear, but like technology.
Tech and shit, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, he gave me like a cool notes thing. Should I read it verbatim or should I summarize? I'm gonna read it verbatim, right?
I mean, if it gets too long, I'd say summarize, but just, it's not that long. All right. Like I said,
on Facebook Messenger it looks long, but I don't think it's long.
Okay.
So he said it has posed both positives and negatives. On one hand, it has some safety concerns as no U.S. nuclear power plant has reopened after shutting. However, this part of the facility was only closed a few years ago, and it was unclear the amount of work required to reopen. It was a separate unit, Unit 2. It was shut down in 1979 due to a partial meltdown. The unit being reopened, Unit 1, was shut down in 2019 due to economic reasons. The plant is expected to reopen in 2028 and be a 20-year deal, I assume, with Microsoft. The primary nuclear incidents, such as Chernobyl, Fukushima, and the incident at 3 Mile Island were all several compounding errors. Chernobyl was a flawed reactor design and operator errors during safety testing. Fukushima was a earthquake-triggered a tsunami, which caused partial meltdown and hydrogen explosions. And 3 Mile Island was a cooling malfunction and operator errors causing a partial meltdown, but containment systems prevented a significant release of radiation. And they said, we have nearly 40 years of nuclear engineering knowledge since Chernobyl. On the other hand, this will create around 3,400 new jobs and add a significant amount of energy onto the grid, as well as improve Pennsylvania's GDP. The AI/ML field is continuing to grow, and the energy demands of trading/development/execution of these systems will continue to quickly increase. Estimates say it will double by 2026. Utilization of the standard power grid will put a significant strain on the infrastructure, especially since large data centers are located not far from population centers. For example, the total daily energy usage of ChatGPT is 0.5 million kilowatt hours. This is roughly equivalent to 17,000 average households, which, to put into perspective, is approximately the number of single-unit homes in Albany.
Holy shit!
New York, yeah.
Yeah, so in order to power this like brilliant AI, we basically need to have a fusion reactor, essentially.
Yeah, so it doesn't take strain on the actual grid.
On the grid,
Furthermore, the general trend of things, such as electric cars and the like, will also increase the energy demand faster than the growth of energy production. So despite the concerns, assuming there are no further safety concerns at the plant, it is a net positive to decrease the risk of AI's energy usage impacting the power grid as a whole. That was his notes that he sent me. So
that's impressive.
Yeah.
It was impressive. As Alfred said here, I had it up already.
Yeah.
2 Mile would have been a full meltdown. Everybody in Northeast America would be very different.
Yeah.
It's a fact. Honestly, nuclear energy is the cleanest form of energy that we should put more time and investment into, especially if we're going to battery operate vehicles. Yeah. That is very true, Ron. They had to get here to reset the reactor's cooling system. Jesus.
Yeah. It's just the problem when it messes up, that it just messes everything up pretty bad.
Well, yeah, as a nuclear bomb goes off.
Yeah.
Then it's like the nuclear fallout fucks everything up.
Yeah.
In I mean, like 100-mile radius, something that big.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking.
Well, I was like doing research on this stuff, and it was the Tony could have been the Toxic Avenger.
In a perfect world, bro.
But it was saying that I was watching a thing about Chernobyl, and it was saying that like the people who got cancer near Chernobyl were the ones that drank the milk from cows who ate the grass nearby. The girl who was narrating said she knew someone who ate an apple that grew near Chernobyl, and then he threw up.
Oh, wow.
And then there was something else, some other reason why people were getting cancer. I don't remember. But those are people like who had left or who were nearby, like the towns nearby, like not even workers or anything like that. I think it said 31 people died of a radiation, like pure radiation, while cleaning.
Yeah.
They're called liquidators, people who clean nuclear waste, at least back then. And it says, Ron Ivy, in 10 to 15 years, fusion energy will power almost everything. I mean, yeah. Ideally, if we can, like...
I think that's going to have to happen.
Yeah.
Because we're burning through everything else, aren't we?
Yeah. I don't know. So I mean, eventually we won't even have cooling towers like that. You won't even know where the nuclear plants are. I don't know. Nuclear energy is super cool. I wasn't going to even talk about it once I learned that that animal was not from 3 Mile Island and from Montauk.
Yeah.
But I was like, I had a dream about nuclear shit. And then I felt like, and then I watched that thing about, we don't want a Mad Max utopia. It's not utopia. No, we need a solar punk future.
Everybody's going to be begging a Morton Joe for water.
No. Solar. Look up right now. Search solar punk.
Solar
that is
punk?
the only future I will accept.
Is that what you just said? Solar punk.
Solar punk, yes.
Solar punk.
It is a that's why Fifth Element's my favorite movie. It has nothing to do with solar punk, but it's just like it's so rare to find positive, like optimistic, futuristic movies.
Okay, I see what you're talking about.
And
it's like,
solar punk is like the opposite of cyberpunk.
Solar punk aesthetics. You guys ready? So let's look them up.
Kaiju's like, maybe you don't think it's utopia. To some people, it definitely is.
Yeah. What's this now? Because the body takes so much radiation. Look at the guy.
Are you serious? Goddamn.
Wow.
That's effed up.
That's fucking crazy.
Look up the guy who directly stared at it. Didn't they force American soldiers to all watch it though to see what happens?
This is solar punk aesthetics is what she's referring to.
Isn't that not gorgeous and amazing?
So it's like this weird thing.
Technically, who said that? Kaiju. This could be after the wasteland post-apocalyptic utopia because look, it's abandoned buildings with just overgrowth of plants. So eventually we'll get to solar punk. We might just have to have that Mad Max wasteland first.
That's crazy. I mean? Yeah, you got to get in order to get to this. You'd have to have the hell first.
Yeah, you just gotta annihilate everything first. Yeah. But I should figure out. I said I'll send it to you on Instagram. Me or him?
Oh, both of us. I'll check.
Look, they have a device in Canada that produces more energy than the energy to start it. That's cool. He probably sent it to you. I think. I don't know.
I haven't sent it yet, so. What, do you want to start with the missing 411? I mean, you jumped balls deep into 3 Mile Island. Are you done with 3 Mile Island?
Yes. Hold on. Yeah, we're still people interested in nuclear energy, babe. Yes, I have. Isn't that just like the actual melted shit from like where it happened? And they call it the elephant's foot. It was so cool. My brother and I watched a documentary on it where they couldn't actually look at it directly, and they had to take a photo using a mirror around the corner. Because no one could get that close to actually look at it. So, and also it would burn any camera, so it had to be like a reflection of it to get the photo. Wow. I think.
Really?
Yeah. Like nuclear energy is so badass. Like it's not even funny.
Something else right now. Like guys, do you know nuclear energy is so badass right now?
Yes.
You don't even know how badass it is.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was saying. We need the wasteland as foundation for the green ruins. Oh, speaking of, shit. What's the name of my favorite artist?
No idea, my love.
I have like a little baggie from her and like a poster from her. And look up right now. Jenna Barton.
Jenna Barton?
Yes. I guess we're getting into some post-apocalyptic shit in this.
Mission?
Okay, see, look, yes. Go to her website if you can. No, actually, it's fine. But anyway, see, she's my favorite artist because all her work, well, not all of it, but like most of it, is like a post-apocalyptic thing where animals just take over. Yeah, like stop right there. See, it's like there's no people. There's a panther in a hotel room.
Yeah.
There's just like dogs in an abandoned house. Like keep going down. Like this is to me what Earth will look like right after all humans like die or something. You know what I mean?
I could see that. Look,
it's just animals overtaking things.
Cat just chilling.
Yeah. It's like I love her shit.
Well, I guess her idea is that eventually.
See, look, this one, right there. The stairs.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, shadowy animals infiltrate desolate spaces. That's
it's like
it's
like
it's just post-apocalyptic shit, and it's like the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, see right there, a wolf climbing the steps.
Yeah, but it's look what. Sorry. I forgot the name of that. Dapper Mouth is the name of her website where I bought the stuff. But see, look at that one. The one I have that.
I know.
That's the poster I have. But I got it because the Cats of Uthar. But wait, go back.
Which one?
Just hit exit X. Right there, with the window. You just had it open, babe. Where it's an animal in the house.
Okay. I don't remember.
Oh wait, that one. Look, the tiger in the
Which
house.
One you talking about?
Yeah, that one. What is that? A goat?
A goat. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just awesome shit.
Yeah.
So whenever I hear post-apocalyptic, I'm like, I hope it's this first. Then I hope it's Mad Max, then I hope it's Solar Punk.
Like the episodes of
What?
Love, Sex, and Robots.
Isn't that a Netflix show?
That's a Netflix show. It's an animated series, yeah.
Oh, it's
How
animated?
the cat and then the brown rabbits take over the earth and do better than us.
Yes. Like,
At
he's
some point,
joking,
bud.
but I'm not.
Yeah, at some point, bud.
I'm literally not joking. Cat, deer, wolf, bear hybrids. Cat, deer. That's cool. I'm trying to just picture it in my mind, and I can't.
Yeah, something.
But anyway, so it's called 411. So
This is
first, I
411.
didn't want to just investigate cases because, like, I was never into like true crime shit, you know.
Okay.
And it's kind of boring to me, so I wanted to make it interesting, and so I wanted to look up maybe why or how they went missing, you know.
Okay.
So I did. What do you have open? Oh, so no, I'm gonna talk about the reasons why people possibly.
Yeah, because everybody has their own assumption of this, right?
Yes. So I found multiple theories.
All right. So
My
what?
theory-
Hold on. Before you go into your theory, how about you ask the comments, the chat, what theories do they have about some of these missing 411?
The missing 411 is people who like disappeared under weird circumstances that can't be easily explained, right? So
Okay.
like lack of. Hold on, let me
Lack of
ask.
proof. They don't have-
Speaking of nuclear energy and ChatGPT, let me ask it. What is 411 cases? 411 is the term to mean needing more information.
Oh, look at this. You're already getting portals.
Okay, hold on. It says refers to a
I
series
don't
of
think so.
mysterious
I don't think so,
disappearances
bud.
in national parks and wilderness areas.
Like Ray Riviera. You know what that means?
Okay.
The
Oh, so
people-
this is exactly what the podcast I was listening to said. So they
What?
must have used ChatGPT and asked the same question.
What was it? What would they say?
Verbatim.
Okay.
The podcast Belief Hole podcast is my favorite podcast. Everyone should go look them out. Look them up. They're on YouTube and on Spotify, and I assume maybe Apple Music. I don't know, but so 411 cases refer to a series of mysterious disappearances in national parks and wilderness areas, as documented by former police officer and author David Paulides in his Missing 411 book series. These cases involve people, often hikers or campers, who vanish under unusual circumstances, sometimes leaving no trace behind or being found in strange, seemingly inaccessible locations. And this bullet points it gave me 4 bullet points, are exactly what the podcast said. So it says, what makes the cases interesting is that are bizarre commonalities across the disappearance, such as involvement of extreme weather conditions after the person goes missing, search dogs being unable to pick up a scent, victims found miles away from where they vanished in areas difficult to access, and disoriented survivors having no memory of what happened.
Okay.
It says the guy who wrote about it, his work led to speculation ranging from natural dangers such as wild animals or accidents to more fringe ideas like alien abductions, cryptids, or paranormal phenomena. Skeptics argue that these cases are often explained by natural causes or human error. So,
I would believe this.
there's a theory
Yeah.
called feral people.
Yeah.
I didn't send it to you, but I saw it.
Okay.
That they just believe that there's feral cannibals, groups of feral cannibals living in national parks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, basically just like homeless people that eat other people.
Jesus
And
Christ.
yeah, the story of the ones that are found are crazy too. We'll try to find that. Menjoza. It was a damn creek bed. Probably was. Oh, by the way, I did message him. I don't know if he's ever gonna see it because it probably went to his request. No. I emailed him. So we'll see. I'll let you know. I mean,
You did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he answers.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I have not seen that movie.
What movie's that?
Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, The Hills Have Eyes. Yeah, I've seen that movie. That movie's terrible. Oh,
Why is it
scary.
terrible?
Because it's like about a bunch of mutated like hillbillies that from from nuclear waste, and they basically cannibals, and they like just
That just combined two of the things I just talked about.
Yeah, but like I think the newest one was real graphic. I didn't watch it, but I heard some nasty shit. Like they had some, forced entry on the opposite sex. Some crazy shit like that. And
That's
then
not that crazy. I thought you were talking about like people eating.
No, but it was like it was on like a kid. It was like crazy. I would like they did. It was like weird.
People want to push buttons all the effing
Those
time.
movies were really weird.
First of all, why is there more than one? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, you would think
all those horror movies
after the first amount, after
just
that
have
first
to be
group of
one,
people got
one
eaten.
and done.
You're not a fan of the last one. The original and the first remake was okay. Yeah. Crossing of timelines, random folks accidentally finding rips in space and time which misplace them in different points. That'd be cool as shit.
He's like, I don't know, I just made that shit up. That's literally all what I found though, JMK. Like that's literally all the videos that talk about portal theory. Oh yay!
Thank you,
Look at my
buddy.
pretty fairies and gnomes in the background. That'll be a nice thing on your TV. But so the first one I found was portal theory, like everyone's been saying. I love how everyone just went to portals. Daredevil Dave, what's up?
Well, listen, I
And
always tell that story about when I was cleaning the garage and I had this weird this wine
I
bottle,
wish I was there to see it.
and it just rolled off the pile of shit it was on and fell, and I didn't hear nothing. Like I didn't hear any. I watched it fall. I literally watched it roll and fall.
Did you watch it fall onto anything?
And it hit a box, and the box went this way, right?
And nothing.
So then it went under the box, and then I didn't hear anything. So I lifted the box, lifted up everything and it was gone. Still to this day, can't find that bottle in my garage. I've cleaned my garage 3 times, and you've been a witness to that.
Yeah.
And I cannot find that bottle. It literally just fell into a pocket in space and time, and it is gone forever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But what movie we were watching? That movie that you didn't want to watch, but you ended up getting really into it. Halloween Town.
Oh yeah.
Where things that go missing end up at this guy's house in Halloween Town.
What's up, Jeff?
What's in the box? Not that bottle.
That's fact.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it just fell and hit him in the head. I actually figured out he was just walking down the street.
Got that. Definitely. But anyway, so I like can I talk my theory now?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
My theory is the background. Fairies.
Yeah, I heard you. I heard you listening to this afternoon in another room.
Yeah,
this theory. And I'm gonna mute my mic.
While researching this, I found a cool story. I think it was not Beliefful Podcast. It was a different video. If I find it again, I'll link it. But it was about how apparently, according to this story, in 1701, Detroit, Michigan, was cursed by either a gypsy woman or a Native American girl. And Detroit, Michigan apparently has a shit ton of like gnomes, goblins, some kind of dwarves they were calling them in the story. Some kind of fairy creature that was like very prevalent in just like nature. And then the guy was like, who was he? I guess he was the, I don't know, head of the town or some shit. Where he had a party and then this like gypsy woman came and was like, oh, if you're not nice to the fae, they're gonna curse you or whatever. And he's like, okay, sure, bye. Like, get out of my party. So I guess ever since then she didn't curse him. He was warning him to like not build over certain like areas of what is now known as Detroit, Michigan.
Mendoza actually agrees with you here. He said that too. So just so you know.
Oh, okay.
That's so you already have somebody on your side.
Also, who loves my sweater? You don't like it, but I love it.
Yeah, it looks very like you wore like
cosmic.
Like you brought too many books to school.
I did.
Like your book bag looked like a turtle shell.
It did.
Sticking out that much. That's what that's.
Every morning I picked a book from my book pile, and that was the theme of the day. And I would just read it, and then I'd go home and I'd pick another book for the next day. But anyway, so it was basically saying,
do not appreciate being called that.
What, Faye? But Yeah, basically, from what I remember of the story. I was half asleep. I was like watching videos in the background, and I took a nap before this. But I remember hearing that, like, apparently it said.
Same shit.
I think it's like famous print that they just put like a galaxy background on. But anyway, it was saying that. Hold on, my thought cup. It was saying that. What was it saying? The cup made me forget. And it was saying that it was the most either sightings of Fae or Fae creatures in America is in Detroit, Michigan, or the most like missing people. I think it was the Fae sightings. Like they called it the Fae capital of America was for some reason Detroit, Michigan. Because of that, they said that like it was cursed since 1701, where this guy didn't listen to this girl warning about like building around it or something like that.
Oh shit,
Jeff, that's a fact. Look, it's like don't talk about us. Stop talking about us. Literally.
That is a fact, dude.
They
must
literally just zoned the fuck
overdosed
out.
her on that shit.
But anyway, they don't like me talking about it. But
they're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so that was my theory about that. But I found portal theory, containment theory, which is pretty badass, but I'm not really buying it, even though it's just a skeptic in me. I would love to believe containment theory more, which is the idea that there's something in national parks that we need to either keep protected, keep people away from, or don't let out. Either aliens, Bigfoot, weird people, government experiments, whatever. Or just like animal conservation if you want to be a skeptic about it, which is kind of what I think. It's just like, can we just have some land that we don't touch? In my mind, that's what containment theory. Like, I don't believe containment theory. I would love to. I would love to write films about it. It could definitely be Batman, Jeff.
I wish.
But yeah, so I was just gonna have him play some clips from the podcast of the different theories I found. The portal theory one, he doesn't really. It's just like he did mention something though, Glimmerman, that we will talk about, just because Legend Series here had an actual sighting of Glimmerman.
Yeah, it freaks me out to this very day.
Yeah, freaks me out, and I didn't even see it. But let's do portal theory first.
Portal theory? You got it.
Yeah. I'm trying to give you a timestamp right here.
Did you send me that?
Yes.
Which one is that? The last one?
It says portal.
Yeah, portal theory. I got you. Okay.
Go to the timestamps are in the description. So if you go to 2825.
All right, so hold on. Let me share the screen.
Share the screen, babe.
I will.
Roll Keeper's here. He asked about the Mets score.
Mets lost, didn't they?
Oh my god, what's on me? Oh my god, what's on me? What's on me? What's on me?
Don't freak out.
It's either a fly or a spider of some sort.
All right, so now where do you want me to skip to?
28. Go
28
to the
minutes in?
Yeah. What the fudge was that?
So,
It could have been a fairy that they don't want me talking about, but I think
all
it was
right,
a fly.
we'll skip 28 minutes in right now. We're at 27:51. Get ready. Here we go.
I had not seen the watches to answer your question.
I'm going to mute the mic so you guys can listen.
Disappearing. Is it capable of transporting people? Kind of goes back to your containment theory idea that maybe there was parts of, at least in the United States, that were being discovered to be anomalous,
right,
at a higher rate, that they would maybe decide to sort of quarantine these areas and have control over them. Because if you go back and check out our episode on that, we talk a lot about how certain areas are designated where you can't even use, even the people that run the park system or are working within it can't use motor machinery, wilderness areas. There's all these strange cases that you hear.
Yeah, well, no, that's such a good point, because yeah, if you had a space that you came across a piece of land where there were a large number of people going missing, or this kind of phenomenon that maybe you do identify, maybe they identified people slipping in and out of this world, essentially, or these holes, these pockets of space-time that are created in the zone because of the magnetics in the stone, something about the area. A lot of these take place, a lot of clusters of missing people happen near volcanoes. Is there something about the natural geology of these areas that we haven't quite identified, or at least the public isn't supposed to know about the danger or the possible opportunity of these portals and what they represent? And maybe that's why they closed down the parks to full public access or private development.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation, but
yeah,
I thought it was interesting.
One thing to note about these stories, a lot of them will mention a shimmering.
Glimmer man.
Glimmer man, exactly.
Brings a whole other meaning to the term glimmer man. Think about it that way.
Shimmer man?
Like a shimmer.
I think some people do call him shimmer man.
Isn't
you could
Glimmer
pause it
man,
down.
doesn't he shimmer?
Yeah, he's like,
Got it.
I guess
glimmering
he
in
Yeah, so what do you guys think about that? I feel like I'm not really buying it as much as
So
I
they're
guess.
thinking like someone just kind of falls to a portal. Portal theory is interesting.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Maybe. Ron Ivy. Nah, that's the predator.
That's what they were saying. They said the Glimmer Man is like a real life predator. And didn't you say that's what you saw basically? The predators?
Yeah. Listen, when I was taking you, like I'll never forget.
I think we talked about this last
Yeah,
time, right?
yeah. I took you home. I took you to work. I dropped you off. I was going home. I stopped at a red
At a
light,
light, yeah.
and this weird thing crossed the street. It literally looked like the predator.
Mm-hmm.
Like light and shit was bending around it.
Mm-hmm.
It blew my mind. I know what I saw.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, but I know what I saw.
Didn't Felix say he saw that too? Like
Felix said he
somewhere
saw
else?
that too. Yeah.
In the woods. He said, I think. Oh, 100%. I think forests are terrifying. And I feel like you get lost so easy. Like,
Wow.
I don't know. I think it's true when they say like trees that go like this, or portals, or trees that go like this, or portals. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you literally sounded exactly like what I was just listening like to before this. More needs to happen. Well, we will get into the people who were found after missing. Exactly. Especially forests where you can't drive through, cut down trees, use any kind of machinery, like they were saying. Certain national parks, you can't do any of that, or even just government land. Like, what was our show that we liked before? Expedition Bigfoot, and they were like in a forest that bordered government forest, and they could not at all go in there, like nothing. So it's like, and they were like following Bigfoot, and like it's said to have crossed into that, and they're like, well, can't do anything about it. Like, you can't go to anyone and be like, oh, can I have a tour? Like, no, they're not gonna give you a tour. Like, that's just like gone. And also just look at like people, like your backyards when you don't trim it. Like, you can't get through that. There's bushes you like humans just can't go through. So it's like, I can only imagine like what's there. The video had like a portal would open and it was like you could see shit through it. That's not how I think portals are. You know, like, I believe in portals, but it's more like subtle. I think we interpret portals as time difference. More commonly. I'm not saying that people can't just disappear into a different land. Like, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt anything. But like, I think it's more that we experience portals through our experience of time, whether it's too fast or too slow. But portal theory is way more important than preserving the natural. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, well, that's why all the dried creek beds are in government property. You guys can't get to it. But that's what I'm saying, Jeff. Well, that's the movie with the bear scene that traumatizes me still to this day, even though I watch it again.
Annihilation.
Where it's literally they're sent into a bubble that looks like it's shimmering, and in the bubble, like, weird shit exists. Like an alligator with, like, I don't remember what the alligator had. the bear that speaks like a person, like, and then at the end you see the alien. Spoiler alert. But like, again with the shimmer and stuff. And didn't like Stephen King have something called the shimmer or something? The bubble?
No, that was Thinner.
Thinner.
Yeah, that was the curse with the gypsy lady where she curses the fat dude, Thinner, and then he slowly gets.
No, there was a show recently about like
really?
a town that had like a bubble or a fog around it, and I think it was from Stephen King.
Oh, okay. Hey, Woody's in the house. What's up, Woody?
What's up, Woody? Wait. I can get, trust me, I can get through the bush, JMK said. I just saw it. The doc called, hold on. Babe, go back. Hi, Ted. The Mist, yes. Kaiju and Woody said The Mist. That's what it's called. The doc called The Invisible World about the Fae of Scandinavia. They talk about, yes, exactly. I think that's what the curse for Detroit, Michigan was. What the girl was trying to say was like, yo, get permission before you like build. And he's like, no, F you. And then
Ted Darkwall, I am a major fan of John Goblikon. I've just discovered his amazing work a couple of weeks ago, and I've been all in on Necro Goblikon as well. I love that fucking Now podcast.
Babe, speaking of goblins, play my new thing.
You got it, man. Here you go. If she gets any new memberships or anything like that,
or anyone buys merch or any kind of cool announcement, I'll do this one.
I hear whistling. Do goblins whistle?
Only when they're calling other goblins.
I hear whistling.
There you go.
I could watch it over and over and over again.
Got 20 people in the room too, baby.
Oh my god, thank you everyone. Thank you, goblins. Even though my fans are probably called crown foxes instead of goblins, but I like goblins too.
Yeah, right on.
Hold on. Oh my god. It was the greatest cartoon of all time. Okay? Of all time. One of these streams, we're just gonna watch Little Bear.
Little Bear.
That's all we're gonna do. It's the only cartoon I can watch. I can actually, and besides My Little Pony. But I told you I almost cried earlier watching the ending of David the Gnome.
David the Gnome, yeah, he told me, yeah.
I almost lost my shit.
Well, it sounds kind of heavy, the fact that everybody dies and shit like that.
Well, first of all, you start the whole show with him performing surgery on a goat that swallowed barbed wire. Yes,
I'm
thank
okay
you.
with that. Yeah, the Goblin Squad.
The Goblin Squad is the greatest thing ever, and that's what we are now. Yeah, surgery on a goat that swallowed barbed wire. I'm like, I thought I put this cartoon on to relax, not to be disturbed. And then the end there, the fox is crying because David the Gnome and his wife are gonna die, and they turn into trees.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, I thought this was a nice cartoon. Look, everyone loves Little Bear, babe, except you. Yeah. You don't like Little Bear?
Said I didn't.
No. Are we frozen? Because I look frozen. Oh, there we go.
No, you're fine.
No. Yeah. Or he ate something he shouldn't have to.
Damn it, Tony! Spoiler alert.
Wait, which one? What was the spoiler alert?
I think I was doing when you talked about David the Gnome. And
yeah. He dies. I'm sorry. But he will live forever.
Okay, yeah, that cartoon just came out in the 70s.
Oh, the My Little Pony that I think it's...
Thank you.
Okay. You guys can go watch your grandma's boy all you want. I'll be in my room with my Squishmallows that are soft and My Little Bear on TV. It's the Little Pony right before the one now. The one a couple years back. Not the ugly, weird...
Yeah, it was the one in like,
I think it's
like
called
2011, what? Right? 2012?
Season 5, Season 3? What, Series 3? No, Series 5? I don't remember. I think it's Series 3. Because Series 5 is out now, I think. I collect them too. But I could only find like one set of them. Of the main 6. Because the other ones are the new ones and they look hideous. And I'm not buying those. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. What's up, Mr. Cheezel?
He gets it from the gnomes in the background with the mushrooms. But where are we? Portals?
Yeah, he's still on Portals. Yeah. But you have a
else?
bunch of videos up here that you have to play. But also, keep in mind.
Yeah, I just thought the Glimmer Man was cool. I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, I think they're saying that the Glimmer things like the Glimmer Man and shit are in these national parks.
In the woods and stuff.
Yeah,
the forest.
and then also one of the things, I think it might be in this one. Smoking lamp.
Everybody's a fan of Grandma's Boy except you.
Apparently.
I'm sorry. Was that expensive piece?
Oh my god.
That's your fault too.
Oh, so this one doesn't have it. It was talking about how Teddy Roosevelt, he was the one that made the national parks like a thing. Apparently, Yellowstone was okay. So he made the Yellowstone was already a national park before the national park bill was released or whatever. So when Teddy Roosevelt made the national parks, he said like, you can't build on this, you can't do anything like this, blah blah blah, except Yellowstone. So they don't know. Oh no, you can. Like certain things are allowed in other national parks, but not in Yellowstone. So they were just like, why? What's in Yellowstone? I'm like, how about a geyser that could probably wipe out America? Didn't they say that?
Yeah.
Like maybe the only bison left. How about we get to that instead of
Hold on.
Oh, there's Bigfoot. I know. I don't know. The thing I was watching must have been biased toward him. I think it was Containment Theory, the one you have open as well. I think that's where they talk about Teddy Roosevelt
Containment Theory.
I think, yeah, they talk about Teddy Roosevelt in this one.
So you want me to bring that one up?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm bringing that up now. Containment Theory. Oh, hold on, let me just make.
I'm not a fan at all of hunting, so I don't know why did he shoot down two of each animal? Was he
all of Yellowstone is a super volcano?
Exactly. So I think that's why they're saying don't do anything on Yellowstone, because it's a super volcano. But no, people go straight to there's Sasquatch, there's this, there's. I'm like, how about we actually look at what it could be? Like Jeff said. Like F actual animals that we know exist and that should be protected. It's got to be monsters.
The fire that saved America book by Timothy Egan was a great read.
The fire that saved America? Was that like, did he like burn forests or something?
I don't know, baby girl. And
Let
if
us know.
Ever erupted, it would be devastatingly nasty. Yeah, it would basically break America in half, wouldn't it?
No, I think it's the smoke that it would release would cause like us not to have sunlight to plant. I think.
Really? Wow.
I think so. What is that? A quote?
It was on the Hub channel.
Yeah, I think so.
I assume he's referring to the documentary or whatever you watched about Teddy Roosevelt.
No, I didn't. I think it was a containment one. Where this one is where they talk about Teddy Roosevelt. It must have been the other thing I said. I don't know. I just woke up. I don't remember much of what I say.
So here's hoping.
Wow. I mean, so many things could take us out.
Well, that's not want to be taken out, right?
No.
Yeah.
But if we
I always wanted it to be like one of those Skittles volcanoes where nothing but candy comes out. You ever see those commercials with the Skittles volcano?
Yeah.
And it just rains Skittles on everybody. It's taste the rainbow, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's messed up. But also,
if that's the kind of volcano that explodes, I'd be okay with that. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh my god. It said
I might have the munchies, babe.
Oh my god. It said that in the first thing you played. Wow, Skittles volcano would be dope. It said that you're interrupting me and I'm forgetting.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because someone said that my interview with the guy about Bigfoot sounded like something that came out of a David Paulides book, whatever his name is.
Okay.
I did not say that right, but you know what I mean. So that's how I knew the name. I was like, I know that name. It was like a comment on my Bigfoot video.
My Skittles volcano.
Oh my god. Oh, volcanoes. The video you played before, they said that most disappearances happen near volcanoes. I'm like, how about because they fell in? Why is it gotta be little volcanoes or a portal? Why not it be that they fell into the volcano, that they disappeared?
I don't know.
I never understood. I was like,
Yeah.
when I heard that, it's like, oh, most disappearances are near volcanoes. I'm like, yeah, because it's a giant gaping hole in the earth with magma in it. Why wouldn't, like, you're hiking, you're trying to get to a higher ground, you don't know what you're on because they're dormant. That doesn't mean you can't fall in. You know? I don't know.
Thank you so much, Ted. I appreciate you, man.
Oh, okay. Bye. Thank you for coming. Alpha says it's gonna be a meteorite.
Yes, he did say that. It's right here. I think so too. I think we've probably had so many close calls that we don't know about.
But I think dormant ones don't have liquid magma or liquid or lava, right? Magma's underground, lava's outside of ground, right? I don't think that active ones have just like it bubbling. I think they're just like they look black. I don't know. I don't know, but I just found it like dumb that they're like, oh,
it's there. It just hasn't been on the verge of.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can't they just fall in and be like,
no,
oh,
because I think you can't get to the tip of it. You still gets too hot. You gotta understand, it's literally just liquid magma in a giant hole.
Listen to Jeff.
That's from the Water Boy. Mama said alligators are ordinary because they have all damn teeth.
Supernova will happen so far in the future, so they say to us. Oh, fun fact. I was gonna be an astronomer, or I wanted to be an astronomer, but then I literally got a book from the library about like stars and space and stuff. It's like, I'm gonna be an astronaut. And then I read one sentence and it said, stars die and our sun is a star. And I'm like, nope, I'm too scared. I'm gonna study something else. So I was like, I ignored the sentence that said, oh, it's not gonna happen until like however many billion years into the future. I was just like, oh wait, our sun's gonna die? Nope, I'm good.
Wow.
I was a very scared kid.
Scared you away from fucking.
Yes, of being an astronomer. And
so you could have been right now. You could have been working at the Hayden Planetarium, just looking through the scope, studying the stars, but because you know that they die at some point.
Yeah.
That would the dream died.
Look,
the dream ended at 2.2 seconds.
It died the moment it was born.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm good. I was also scared of the sound of planes flying overhead. Yeah, I think it's because I had a past life in like the military. So.
Yeah, I think you're a cat.
I thought it was because I had a past life in the military.
I think you were a cat in a past life.
Look, that's so funny. My dream was an afterbirth. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Or what's the thing where they're born dead? Stillborn?
Yeah.
My dream was stillborn.
Oh Jesus, lady.
Sorry, this stream's dark. That's true. Not everyone. I think only some.
Yeah.
You guys,
okay. Wind and fire.
Now the next episode is tied between two topics. Now I want to talk about star seeds and aliens and UFOs. But also I had another idea what was the thing I was talking about in the beginning? I said I wanted to make next stream.
Oh no, you're gonna have to watch it back, my love.
Oh my goodness. I'm forgetting so much.
What part of this do you want me to play?
Containment theory, let me see.
Yeah, what
do 4 minutes 45 seconds first.
4 minutes 45 seconds?
Yeah. Go to the timestamp.
Okay, there you go.
The theory suggests that the parks were initially created in part potentially to mitigate the consequences or effects of specific unexplained phenomena in these special places. Specific phenomena
he has better memory than I do,
not be triggered by geological phenomena such as the volcanoes, geysers, the cave systems that branch out throughout the United States that have not been fully tracked, that populate in a lot of the parks, that connect with these sightings of creatures, people going missing. It's kind of the big theory of everything for this kind of strange phenomena, all tied around national parks, and the idea that maybe that's why these parks were initially put into place. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into a little bit of the history of when these parks started. I'm going to suggest some potential realities around the beginning of the parks, but with just little nodes of interest that could suggest why maybe there's a deeper reality to that. So that's going to be interesting.
Is it sort of like the house in 12 Ghosts?
13 ghosts?
13 ghosts.
13.
You know, the house was like a containment unit for all
You
those
could-
ghosts.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
pause
Except the only difference is great movie, by the way, with Matthew
I
Lillard.
know.
Wait. Okay.
Yes, I can.
Go to 2949.
Just wanted to say that.
Go to what?
2949. Just go scroll down to the description.
2949. I got it. I
click on the
got
thing in the
it.
description.
I got
Oh
it.
my god.
So back to Teddy. We're circling back to Ted. Did he have an understanding for something potentially
That is a great movie.
superhuman, non-human, dangerous, living in the wilderness?
Right. That's a good question.
Something that maybe he would, maybe if asked, well, hey, we control this area up in Yellowstone. There might be a reason we want to do this more. And giving him some examples, he might be like, I know someone who saw this. I have a story.
Yeah, and our listeners might be familiar. We touched on this exact account on a few occasions, but we've never done a deep dive on it. So I'm excited we're going to tell this story for the first time.
Oh, yes. This is referred to as Bauman's story, if I'm pronouncing that right. So this story would suggest that he not only was aware of something anomalous, something dangerous in the wilderness, but that he believed it.
Something unexplained.
Yes, and this specifically leans in the Bigfoot, wild man, some say a werewolf, Bigfoot, dogman, bear situation. It's a freaky animal. So essentially what we have here is a story told to Teddy Roosevelt by a frontiersman or a wilderness fella named Bauman that he had met haphazardly out in the wilderness on the frontier. A story of what sounds like something very freaky and dangerous in the woods.
A forest monster.
Forest monster, civilly put. So there are 3 attributes about the story that I think are interesting. This was pointed out by Bob Gimlin on his YouTube channel, great YouTube channel. Those 3 points that adds credibility to this are 1, Roosevelt spoke directly with Bauman. This isn't secondhand, thirdhand. This is secondhand in the sense that we're hearing it from Teddy, who heard it from Bauman, but it happened to Bauman. 2, Roosevelt is a credible character. Well, obviously he's a president. Take whatever credibility
Back
you want
then
out of
when
that.
they had a little more credibility.
Yeah, he obviously was a frontiersman. He knew what he was doing in the wild. He was not a man to be trifled with. He had Teddy and the Rough Riders, I think, was his crew that were in the war. He became a famous war hero that made him a serious contender, a man of, I guess you could say, some kind of character.
Sort of a folk hero.
Folk hero, yeah. Roosevelt did not think Bauman was lying. He wrote, quote, he must have believed what he said, for he could hardly suppress a shudder when he was telling the story.
Ooh.
So without further ado, John, I'd like you to harness your withered frontiersman voice.
Yes.
I don't know what Teddy Roosevelt sounded like, actually, but I imagine we'll just give him a rough voice because he was a rough rider. So, John.
You probably talk like this.
Oh!
What's happening?
It's like Michael Jackson.
You can pause it. They're waiting too long to get to the story, but I just saw Action Figure Addicts thing he sent me about the guy with the radiation poisoning. Hisashi Ochi suffered an 83-day death by radiation poisoning. It says Hisashi Ochi was a handsome, powerfully built former high school rugby player with a wife and young son when he was exposed to what was probably the highest dose of accidental radiation in history. They were working to purify uranium oxide to make fuel rods for a research reactor. Oh, you got it.
How sick would it be if they made toys of those guys? The 13 ghosts.
I thought you were
Everybody's
talking about
it.
this guy.
Yes, they should make this guy.
That's terrible. Hold on.
Alfred knows about this. He said so sad.
Yeah. 35 years old.
Jeff, that's definitely an ouchie.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wait.
Anybody want to see The Shrink starring Jason Segel and Harrison Ford?
Wait, just go down. Criticality accidents. What does a high dose of radiation do to the body?
It turns him into the Incredible Hulk.
No, it killed him.
Jesus. I mean, what are we doing here? Just go as Bruce Banner.
Just go ask Bruce Banner. Okay. Wow. Their lymphatic blood count had dropped to almost 0.
This is kind of a bummer. I prefer Asian Hulk theory. That's what I'm saying. How do you think we got totally awesome Hulk, Jeff?
Oh my god.
Look at this.
Wow. I didn't even realize his name was... Wow.
Oh my god. The most polite Hulk ever. Oh my god.
A specialist who looked at images of the chromosomes in Ouchie's bone marrow cells saw only scattered black dots,
Oh my goodness.
indicating they were broken into pieces. His body would not be able to generate new cells.
Is Godzilla. They can't have both.
That's true.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hulk maybe smash.
You guys are terrible.
I think Asian Hulk could take Godzilla. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
That's good.
Anyway. Sorry, I was reading that. Speaking of radiation poisoning, why don't you go to same containment theory, but go to 59 minutes and 3 seconds in.
You got it.
Disintegrating people.
Disintegrating people. She's turning into broccoli. What is it? What was the number?
5903.
5903. 5903.
Yeah, Jeff. They were making like
this. Yeah,
rods.
Steve's had some experiences too. I won't have time to play it today, but if you're an expansion member, you've probably heard it. We did a story about called the Disintegrating People, where the clothes were found. We can drop it in after the fact. That's true. We can drop it in. You guys can enjoy it if you haven't heard it yet. Excellent account, but that's from his book, Strange Things in the Woods by Steve Stockton.
Are they not going to
This is the story of the weirdest thing I've ever encountered in the woods. It was the summer after my freshman year of high school, and my friends and I often went to the local park when the weather was nice. It had become kind of cloudy on this particular day, so my friend Jenny and I thought we might explore in the woods and maybe try some of the hiking trails. As we ventured into the woods, we veered off the trail and came across what I can only describe as a primitive campsite. There was a lean-to made from pine boughs, a stone fire pit, and evidence that someone had been there recently, namely empty Coke cans and snack food wrappers. Jenny and I poked around the campsite for a bit and, growing bored, decided to venture farther toward the lake. About 100 yards from the campsite, we happened upon one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. There on the ground in the woods were 2 complete sets of human clothing, one male and one female, laid out as if the people were still in them. The man's outfit consisted of a lightweight tan windbreaker, a button-up shirt with a yellow check pattern, a white t-shirt, khaki pants, socks, and brown leather shoes.
No.
The t-shirt was inside the checkered shirt, which was tucked into the pants. There was even a belt in the pants. The socks were still in the bottom of the pant legs and went down into the shoes. The woman's ensemble was just as creepy. A pale blue windbreaker over a printed dress with tan-colored hose ending inside a pair of penny loafers. Furthermore, the right arm of the man's clothing overlapped the left arm of the woman's clothing, giving the appearance that the couple had lain down on the forest floor and had been holding hands. Now, there were no bones or anything like that, and the clothing still appeared to be in a fairly new state. It hadn't been in the woods very long. We prodded the clothes with a stick and heard what sounded like loose change or maybe keys jingle in the pocket of the man's khakis. Suddenly, overcome by fear, Jenny began crying and said we needed to leave right now.
Please, let's just
I agreed. I was feeling totally scared and freaked out. It looked as if the couple had lain down and simply disappeared, leaving their clothing behind. By now, both of us were in tears, and we ran the rest of the way out of the woods. We debated over several days as to what we should do. Maybe call the cops? Or take some other friend.
I'm not buying the story. Because
Usually
number one,
stories are hard to believe.
Obviously, I'm not saying that that's not what they saw in the forest. Whether the people disappeared, no. I think that's just a cute, funny thing to do. Hi.
Yeah.
I think that's just a cute, funny thing to do, though. Like, right? I would do that to our close just to scare people or just to be funny.
I think sometimes you
I'm weird. I know.
Yeah.
I'm not a normal human if I am a human. We've discussed this.
Very true.
This is a fact.
There are times I think you're an alien.
Yeah. I prefer fairy creature. But
okay, I'll give you that.
but like that's not gonna convince me. Oh my god, they disintegrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't that camping store? No. Like he did it. Oh my god, I love it. I starred two.
Yeah, I see him.
Two comments.
I see him.
There
you go. That's one, Jeff.
That's another theory of disappearing people, which I didn't even think of. Which is funny because in my poll I did on my channel, I wanted to see the religious affiliation that most of my audience had. 60% are Abrahamic, so Christians, Jews, Muslims, and I think it's. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think only Christians believe in the rapture.
I think so. I don't know, yeah.
But it was funny. Like, what was it, around 2012? Like, people thought the rapture was gonna happen, and my dad like came to check on my brother and me. He's like, he's like, hi, and we're like, hi. He's like, just checking to see if you guys are still here. I'm like, what? What? Like,
you know what the funniest thing I've ever seen about the rapture? I'm sure most people in this chat room saw it. It's the American Dad episode.
Oh my god.
Of the rapture. Oh my god. If you've never seen that episode of American Dad, when the rapture happens, it starts out like a regular episode, and then it goes to commercial break, and when it comes back,
are the people gone?
Yeah, people disappear. Like they all get rose up, but Stan doesn't go anywhere. And there's an alien that lives with them, and he doesn't go anywhere because he's an alien, but he's trying to fix his spaceship to go back as the rapture happened.
Oh my god.
But when like the first half of the episode is just a regular thing, the rapture happens, and then it comes back from commercial, and it's like 30 years in the future, and it's kind of like not Mad Max, the other one with the Harrison Ford, with the clones.
Oh, I don't know.
And it's like that. It's like a mix of both of the Mad Max and that, and it is such a fucking great episode oh my god! If you haven't seen that episode of American Dad, please go watch that. It's really funny.
Look,
now here's your other star chat.
Yes. Hold on. We're still talking about the rapture.
Okay.
But
Yes, I'm sorry, Rollkeeper, Blade Runner. That was the movie.
Babe, Rollkeeper said the Mets were winning, right?
He said the Mets won 12-6. Here's the thing: your rods can't be right.
Chin Figure Addict said my rods were right about his Fortnite. So why aren't they right?
Because the Mets now have to go to a Game 7 to win the series.
Okay.
So the Mets can win Game 6.
What was your exact question for the rods?
Do the Mets win in 6?
So did they not? Oh, you said they need a 7th game?
The Dodgers can win in 6.
But I have them again in case we want to ask more questions. But anyway.
I don't want to put the Mets' fate in those hands anymore.
Do you want me to give it to you and you do it?
Absolutely not.
No? Okay, hold on. Let's talk about the rapture right now. Says the rapture is a Christian eschatological belief that at the end of the world, true believers in Jesus Christ will be taken up or raptured into heaven, either before, during, or after a period of tribulation on earth. It is based on interpretations of passages from the New Testament, particularly 1 Thessalonians 4:16 to 17. Where's my Bible? It's over there. I say Bible because it sounds cuter. Which describes believers being caught up to meet Christ in the air. I don't know what that means at all. Caught up. Believers will be taken to heaven before a 7-year period of global turmoil and God's judgment. That's the pre-tribulation rapture. Then the mid-tribulation rapture will happen halfway through the tribulation after 3.5 years. And then the post-tribulation rapture, they'll be taken up at the end of the tribulation just before Christ's second coming. Interesting. I thought it was like the opposite. I thought it happened all at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like religion. I almost got a religious studies degree, so I would like to do more topics about religion, but I told you earlier, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I said that things that get lost, like in the movie Halloween Town is the perfect example, where anything that got lost in the human world would end up in some guy's house in Halloween Town, where it was just like, he just looked.
He was a hoarder.
He was a hoarder, but it was just things that were lost.
He would just take
and that
random
would
things.
end up at his house.
And he had so many socks. I remember that was a big pile
Y'all
of
people
socks.
need to find Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, look. I found him. He's pretty cool.
What was this?
Crystal's healing 100% astrology, so reliable client basically.
Hey, man. All right.
I do everything.
At least the Mets.
Look, JMK. Apparently, these can talk to ghosts, some people say. Okay? So, I don't know. We just testing things. That's what science is, right? Science is testing. Yeah, he's gonna flip a coin, and that's better than my rods. Okay. These are copper, Jeff.
The Yankees. I don't want a Subway Series. I don't want to talk sports on here, but golf. I don't want a Subway Series. I can't handle another one.
Never blame the gnomes, Alpha. Never blame the gnomes. And that bottle. And that bottle you lost. They're also like, where is this coming from?
That's the fact, dude. That bottle just dropped into the ether, and I never saw it again.
All that did what? I keep going back and forth.
Look, it's right here. The episode is called "The Brooklyn Triangle."
Of what? The one you were talking about?
No,
where all the lost
Ghostbusters.
things are?
Yeah, the Ghostbusters he's talking about. It's a great cartoon. I told you. I was just talking to you about it before we went live.
Yeah. But why can these rods find water and nothing else? If they're using the ideomotor effect, which is the thing that Ouija boards are run off of, which is your own subconscious movements into your arms from your brain. If that's what these things are run off of, then how do you know where water is? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, why do they work with water, but nothing else? Makes no sense to me.
You're asking science questions, and this is a podcast based on cryptids and weird ghost stuff. So I think you should focus on that.
Science should be included in all talks of cryptids, supernatural, and religion, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But not forced upon it, just included.
Can you imagine this right here?
Yeah.
Grazie.
That's what they call it. Jeff,
Pseudoscience. Yeah, pseudoscience.
But that pisses me off because it's like what was once pseudoscience is now science. Like alchemy is now chemistry. All that bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like what was bloodletting was a thing back then, and now it's like, why are you so stupid? You know? So it's like that's what just annoys me when you diss something so strongly, and then like years later, it's just like, oh, by the way, we're not gonna get into that. But like that kind of happened the last 4 years. So let me sip my water aggressively.
Let me just sip this real hard.
Yes. I would have drowned on camera, so I didn't actually do it. But anyway, we've kind of dove off the 411. Which one is this one? I don't like the stories how they tell them. But let's look at the actual definition of science. I mean, all the definitions on the internet have changed for the last like 10 years.
Yeah, I love that they have like titles for it now though, like cryptid.
Can you like warn me when you change a topic? Because I'm on different windows and you're going through topics or comments, and I don't know.
I am not.
Okay.
You put this up. I didn't put this up.
Okay, what were you saying?
I was just answering his thing. It's all bullshit, but it's just like cryptozoology, right? Like people claim to be that. They gave themselves that title.
Look,
like,
the definition of science. Oh yeah. The definition of science is a systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation, which are seeing things, experimentation, and the testing of theories against the evidence obtained. So technically, according to that, is not going into Bigfoot because some guy saw a big hairy guy in the woods. Is that not science? Because
technically, yeah, that's why it's...
some guy observed something. You're experimenting by going and testing the theories of the evidence. You're experimenting by like, oh, let's use this equipment. Let's use this. and then you're testing the theories of like,
This
oh,
is
maybe
it,
he's
yes.
invisible, maybe he lives here. That's science,
Yeah.
kind of, by this definition. This was not the definition when I was in school. The definition was like, you have one theory and you test it to see if you could get like the same result. That was science. The definition of science when I was a kid. But I mean, everything's bullshit. Even science, then, if you want to say, because science changes all the time. So, you know,
I agree here with Jeff.
I think folklore is different because, hold on, let me reread that.
And JMK Customs answered your question about the rods.
I disagree. But how do we know where water is? Why do rods know where water is? You know?
I think it's
and also people
it's
are
about minerals, isn't it? It's about like a
people,
mineral thing.
There's the power of belief, prayer, and the result of like being observed and stuff. So like I would believe more. No, obviously I can't say I would believe more, but what I mean to say is that like the outcome of will and skill based on performance, that is determined on a lot of factors that are like physical as well. Because like, what was that scientific study where it said the act of observing an atom changes what it does?
Yeah.
And also just the power of belief of prayer, which has been proven multiple times with different in scientific studies and whatnot. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, I prayed to like Jesus or whatever for them to win. You know what I mean? It's just like the belief in people or the desire. Like, so that is still able to change reality is what I'm saying. I understand if you guys can't understand what I'm saying, because a lot of times I mumble, I don't make sense. I like, because my mind is going like,
yeah,
which is why I forget things, which is why I don't know what I'm saying. Like, I am a much better writer than I am a speaker, so I don't understand how there's 14 people in this room. I don't understand how people are still here, and I don't understand how I made so many films, because I don't know how people understood my directing. So thank you for dealing with it. But exactly, but at timelines, we were talking about like portals and timelines.
Yeah.
Every like, you're always switching timelines. So people are like, oh, I need to find a wormhole or a portal. No, it's just based on you change timelines with every belief you have, every decision you make, every.
So you're talking about like butterfly effect, essentially?
No,
like that? No.
Yes and no, because like,
or like flash points.
No, because that's just like a big thing. I'm saying we time travel we dimension jump every second of every day.
Yes, because with a decision is a split decision, you can do something else, which would take you into a completely different timeline. Is that what you're referring to?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I see what you mean.
I don't know how that related to Jeff's thing, because again, I don't know what I'm saying half the time.
Well,
does that make sense? Am I making sense, babe? Or no?
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Me making sense?
Yes, considering that we were supposed to be talking about missing 411 and we've been stuck on portals and time.
Yes, because that's a theory of how they got missing. The effect
Yeah,
of time travel
yeah.
is thing I'm talking about.
How come we don't all state the obvious?
What do you mean?
That was just probably animals that ate these people.
Yeah. But it's, I don't know. I guess it's because they can't find their clothes or anything, or where they went.
I guess.
People are physical, yes. Winning, love, friendship are matters of perception. Is not perception physical in some degree?
Yeah.
I'm just bullshitting with you. But what? Look at Ron's comment. What? That's a funny word. Look, Alpha, my werewolf mech suit is coming along nicely. It better be. And Rokeeper said the building of the mech suit is science. It is. It is.
I love you.
I love you too. I really want to make my own costume like that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know how. I assume it's foam and fur. Because I don't need it to fight dogs, so I don't need a metal interior.
It's hard to get it's hard to make a really good muscle suit. That's really what it would come down to. You would need couch foam.
No.
So you need like a skin tight bodysuit that you would glue couch foam to, and then you would have to put like a on top of that you would have to glue down with contact cement like a velour fabric that would act as your fur, and that would go over all the muscle definition, and then you would add your fur, like your actual fur over pieces to dress it up.
Is that glue, or you got to push it in like how they do dolls' heads with the hair?
No, you'd probably have to glue it all, sew it, stitch it, and shit like that.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of work, but you could do it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have a series of me building my suit.
It's all the fake muscles that would be the most, because cutting couch foam into muscles is almost near impossible, because it has to have like a curve, because like muscles, they have the nice symmetrical curves. It's impossible to get that with couch foam, and when you try to sand it with a Dremel, it just catches the foam and turns it. So it takes forever to make foam muscles and shit like that. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Ron.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. She said she wanted to dress up like a werewolf, so that's all. That's the only reason I'm asking.
I haven't chosen what animal yet.
Whatever. You wanted an animal costume, and I'm explaining to you how to make it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was based on the Dogman episode.
Yeah.
But I say we get back into the 411.
Sure. Okay, what do you want me to play? You want me to
Uh,
play the same story? Keep going or no?
Hold on. No, I don't care enough about it. I'm just saying that those were a bunch of people who probably got high on something or decided to be funny and make their outfits look like they melted out of them. That's what I think that story is.
Here's something else.
Because I would do that. That's hysterical. But
somebody mentioned the others that's on here too at 1 hour and 3 minutes.
The others?
It says the others right after your story that you wanted.
Also, no, I wanted you to go up to unexplained sounds and fairy music. 48.
Unexplained sounds and fairy music.
Oh shit! Did you do that?
Yes, I got it right here. 4856 coming in right up.
Yeah.
That was my thought.
So beyond the creatures, there's one specific kind of phenomena that's really fascinating. This ties into some of the stuff we've talked about before. We have a little anecdote, a story here from Yellowstone National Park. And this type of phenomena we're talking about here is unexplained music in the national park. Sound, a natural maybe sound or music that has this kind of weird effect to it. And it's very reminiscent of
Fairy music.
fairy lore. When people get abducted by fairies or they happen to pass into a fairy circle or a fairy party, I forget what you call those when they're fairies doing, they're
good time.
singing and hanging out. It's a weirdly common theme, fairy circle. Well, fairy circle is what you see in the ground, but these kind of celebrations that seem to be transdimensional. I don't know if we've talked about this before on the show.
Yeah, where you get taken in and then it's basically the risk is that you never come back, or when you do, you've lost a long period of time. Missing time phenomena.
If you guys are interested in that, check out our episode Dark Fairies, Missing 411 Dark Fairies. I think
Beyond Missing 411, yeah.
I'll link it in the show notes. But this kind of ties into that because of the music. Like that's one of the first things heard. And then this stuff starts happening. People go missing. It seems like they slip through the veil. They can see other people that can't see them coming up in the story. This little attribute here, Chris, do you want to read this? This is about that type of phenomena.
This one's interesting too, because this points to a possible origin to the beginning of the national parks, or an example of one. Here's an example of a strange phenomena that might have brought about the quote need or want to create the national park system as a containment.
Yeah.
Here's a phenomenon that occurred before the development of national parks in a national park zone.
And it occurred in what would become the first national park.
Exactly.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, so this is kind of interesting find here. Okay, so this is interesting. This comes from someone who worked the National Park Service in the 80s. Someone found these old letters when people would write in and ask questions. And this person is writing about the discovery of these letters from the 1980s. Finding these few correspondences in a sea of letters about plants and recreational activities sparked some curiosity. These are letters asking about Bigfoot specifically.
Yeah, strange phenomena.
Not only about Bigfoot's reported presence here, but also about other phenomena that may have been reported. It was found that Yellowstone actually has a long history of strange occurrences, including reports of what has been dubbed, quote, lake music, as early as the 1880s. This is 100 years before these letters were written.
Fairies.
Lake music has been described as a buzzing sound that moves across Lake Yellowstone. Hiram Chittenden, an early engineer in the park, refers to an, quote, overhead sound. In his 1895 book, Yellowstone National Park, Chittenden writes, quote, a most singular and interesting acoustic phenomenon of this region, although rarely noticed by tourists, it is the occurrence of strange and indefinable overhead sounds. They have long been noted by explorers, but only in the vicinity of Shoshone and Yellowstone lakes.
Lake music continues to be heard by those who visit the park and camp in the lake area. The number of reports has led to...
Who's to say it's not just like weird insects?
That's what I would assume.
Like, what are the things called?
Because
The things
sometimes
that
when we
wake up
go-
every 17 years.
Yeah, but sometimes when we go for walks in the park and shit
We
like
hear
that,
weird shit.
we hear some weird shit, off the lake
Yeah,
all the time.
but I'm not gonna think more than just, oh, it's a weird bug or a weird
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah.
Wasn't it with you that we heard that weird ass bird? Remember
Yeah.
one time?
Yeah.
Was that during the eclipse or was that a different time?
No, actually, it might have been because the birds because it
They
fucked
all
everything up.
stopped.
Yeah, it fucked
It
everything
was
up. Remember how quiet
awesome.
it got? Yeah.
Yeah. During the eclipse, the birds just literally stopped for like 2 straight minutes. It was like
Because
awesome.
they thought it was nighttime.
Yeah. They're like, yo,
Literally.
what the
It fucked
They're
everything,
like,
everything
Bill.
up. Yeah.
or whatever.
You cooing at me?
Oh
You
my
cooing
God.
at me? That's a great cartoon from fucking Animaniacs, The Good Feathers.
Oh my God. Wait, so portal theory. Oh, so they talk about the fairies or the music, right? Which is like
Yeah.
what fairies are known to do.
Yeah.
So now you have dark fairies open?
Yeah, I have that open over here. I think so. Yeah, dark fairies and cloaked creatures.
Yeah. Ooh, the
So we
red
got-
cap. So go to.
Hold on, let me share the video.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
All right, so dark fairies. Where do you want me to go?
Red cap, 850.
850. There you go.
About the red cap?
And the red caps, John. Did you want to hear about the
Those
red
are
caps?
terrifying.
See, yes, thank you. Okay, so this is, I was so excited because when I told you about the fairies, and you're like, oh, fairies, come on. And I was like, I got to scrap all this. I was like, I'm
I
going to...
mean, the picture helps.
Yeah, exactly. So I will have this in the show notes, but this is one thing.
Is he
I'm-
considered a fairy?
Yeah, the red cap. I'm going to get into that probably first, right, Jer? Yeah, we're also going to be looking into the idea of dark nature fairies.
Pause it! Pause it! Play my goblin!
I hear whistling. Do goblins whistle?
Only when they're calling other goblins.
I hear whistling.
Yay! Ron Ivy, thank you! Radioactive cicadas here for your werewolf costume fun. Yay! I'm serious about making it. There will be a whole series about me making my mech suit. Mech means like mechanical inside,
Yes,
so it won't be.
does.
It
So
won't
you're
be,
going to be making a
it
regular
won't be metal
costume.
on the inside.
Yeah. Dipstick. You want me to keep playing it?
Yeah.
Hey, look
Oh,
at
it's a
this.
Kanan! Quietly, spookily. Yes.
Ooh, I'm here.
Yes.
A robot suit.
Robot.
Oh my god, it's a robot.
Robot.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Wait!
We're also looking into
Okay, what?
Sorry. I forgot to acknowledge Jeff's comment of it's always advised to never follow music if you hear it.
That's
Right
it,
above
that's
Ron Ivy's super chat.
it. Okay. Here we go.
See it?
Transdimensional mantis men. Monstrous reclusive birds. And if we have time, the idea that the land itself might be a conscious force that is choosing to take people.
I like that idea.
Our mother?
Our motherland?
Yeah. Our mother is the mother.
You mean Earth? The Mother
What
Earth is
mother,
happening.
Mother Earth. Mother Ocean.
Oh, wow, dude, that was such a long.
I mean, that just came into my head after I said
Okay.
that. But our mother,
Mother Ocean.
the Mother Earth.
Did you know that
Yes.
clip was in our last episode somehow?
Was it?
It just, I think it was because I was on a track.
Oh shit! It probably is in this
Mother
one, too.
Ocean. But yes, John, looking at Red Cap, like you were doing, this is when I was talking to you and you were like, I felt like I was gonna have to scrap the whole fairy angle, and I was like, no, I'm gonna show John that fairies are scaries.
Fairies are
They're
scary.
terra fairies.
Terra fairies. See, I came up with the term terra fairies because they're terrifying fairies.
I'm glad I challenged you on it because you had to dig a little deeper to make it scary.
Well, at least to present it in a way, knowing that people would not think of it as a creepy thing, but fairies can be scaries.
Yeah, and on
For
that
sure.
note,
fairies can be very terries.
When we talk about fairies, we're essentially talking about it's this whole group of things that are hidden that a lot of people think are just slightly out of our
Are they
world.
hidden in our mother?
Yes, John, they're hidden in our mother. I'm sure she's got some in there, some parasite
he's talking
fairies.
about Mother Earth.
I
Yeah.
know.
What do you think I meant, Mom?
She's got all kinds of secrets.
She holds all sorts of treasures.
Okay.
Okay, let's go
Anyways, but yeah, so point being that the fae folk, the fairy, the hidden folk, there's all kinds of words across the earth. There are different accounts, different legends, mythologies with these different creatures or entities, but they have similar attributes, whether it's coming from Gaelic, Ireland, Scotland, Germany, England, Iceland, or even you go to Mesopotamia and Egypt.
Siluacy, as we'll get to later.
I mean, you can name pretty much every general area around the world. Sorry for those I didn't mention. And you'll find these things, and the idea that they live just outside of our realm, and if they do they potentially cross over from time to time to feed, to snatch, to scare? Yeah. Who knows?
I was just going to say, on top of what you were saying about all around the world, these things.
Red cap.
They didn't get to red caps. These guys are pissing me off now.
They
But
didn't
anyone, go look at everyone go look at their podcast, because it's actually pretty awesome once they get into it. They just do a lot of joking around a lot of the times. But anyway, I just wanted to see what they said about the red caps, because I talked about that last time. The fairies that dye their hats red and blood.
Mm-hmm.
And how I saw one time a laundromat that was called Red Cap Cleaners. And I'm like, excuse me, do you guys know what you're named after?
I don't think they care.
I don't know.
It could have been the owner where always wore a red baseball cap.
No, I saw. Oh my god!
Here it comes. Hold on.
I hear whistling. The goblins whistle?
Only when they're calling other goblins.
Yay! Fox, for being a fellow werewolf lover and keeping things interesting. Thank you. Yay!
Thank you so much, guys.
We did. I've been playing with it.
Yeah.
That was the sound that you heard get thrown earlier. I was like, ding.
What was your idea, by the way?
My idea?
Yeah, with the dice. You wanted
Oh, just that if we rolled, like, if something like, I don't know, if we were on the verge of death and we rolled these in real life, that we could, like, be saved or some shit. I don't know, just like the miracle dice. Like, if I don't know what Jeff wants to do, but that was just an idea where like something would be determined by these real dice rather than just like the D&D Beyond dice. Just so we can incorporate the dice because they're fun to play with. But what was I saying?
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I have mine here and his is over there.
We were talking about red caps.
Red caps.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You have your theory is that fairies are kidnapping these missing people in the parks.
Yes.
And killing them. And dyeing their hats in the blood of the people? No.
They're not necessarily killing them. And also, wait, I wanted to say before you interrupted me about Alpha Red, he said keeping things interesting. I am a scatterbrained, so I'm glad that my scatterbrainness is entertaining to everyone.
Okay.
Half good, half bad as far as it. Yeah. Just like, I don't know, just to somehow incorporate the dice because they're fun.
Yeah.
They're pretty. What was I saying?
Okay. Do you believe any of these weird 411 things?
Me?
Yeah.
Portals, yes, but not in the way they're saying. I kind of feel like they were saying that, like, actually, I don't know what they were saying because they didn't say like. They didn't say.
Forget about what they're
saying.
What I'm asking you is, what do you believe? Forget about them.
I believe that 95% of them are eaten by animals, just died in the woods and was like buried over time with leaves and shit, fell off precipices, fell into volcanoes, human trafficked, eaten by homeless people. I believe all that first. Okay. Then maybe some did get captured by fairies. You know?
Okay. So before you were to believe something like fairies,
I need to go to the site where they found it.
Yeah.
Both.
It's a great song.
No, well, one of the things they said about the 401 cases is that the dogs would be smelling them, and then all of a sudden just stop, like they lost the set in the middle of nowhere. Yeah,
she's a dark one.
I am, but I dropped my dice. But I think that first of all, there was a video, I didn't watch the whole thing, but that said there was like a giant human trafficking ring in like in the West Coast where like a lot of the disappearances are. And also like there's a whole thing about caves too. People got lost in underground cave systems. So
there you go.
Exactly. Even clothing is not gonna last long. But and also like those human. Speaking of being dark, I like those videos about the human body farms, where they would like people who were donated to science would like then they would see how bodies are stand up to weather, stand up to deer being eating them, standing up to being buried in cement or buried in just the full like ground with nothing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what human body farms are for, is to see how bodies last in forests and outdoor like temperatures and stuff. But
I guess, yeah.
yeah, see,
That's
look, Jeff, bodies don't last long outside. No, they don't.
Especially in the woods, because animals smell it, right?
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
food.
Like bugs, like especially in places that like are so either protected by like government land or private property, and then like just like weird, like that's where like the cougars are. That's where like wolves are. You know.
Mhm.
That's what bears are. So it's like, of course, that's gonna get to it first. And then, like, again, like I said, deer even. Like, deer eat birds. I've seen a deer eat a bird. Not in real life.
Wow.
I would have
Not in real life.
I would have punched a deer if I saw it in real life.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, University of Tennessee has a body farm. My thoughts said.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Roll Keeper said large animals, small animals, bugs. Exactly. Ron Ivy says maybe the predator got him. I wouldn't doubt it.
I would die. Maybe the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh yeah, exactly. Swamps.
Yeah.
Some things really look like solid ground, and it's not. So again, people could just go.
Yeah.
In.
From just from one asshole to another, JMK. Nice Dennis Leary drop.
Ew.
That's a great song. Asshole. Oh, here it is, right here. Dennis Leary's Asshole. It's a great song.
What else? Wait.
That was my wrestling theme for a while. JMK. Yeah.
That song is called Asshole.
It was called Asshole, man. I'm an asshole. Yeah. I dry hip. There's another lyric right here.
Oh, look at this. Go to 2109.
2109? You got it.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Boom.
But I did want to say, Jeremy, because you mentioned that like kind of the poltergeist aspect when you said that, like I made the joke they're here, but it's true. Like if you think about like fairy, the idea of fairy lore, it didn't just mean these little creatures, these little, hidden folk, depending on where you were. They would throw that out there for everything, like anything supernatural. That, like their word for supernatural was a fairy thing. People of the fairy faith. Oh, Celtic folklore.
Specifically,
so
like Celtic.
For example, fairy lore explained poltergeist activity, well, here, let me read a quick little passage here. I thought this was interesting. And this comes from Where the Footprints End by Joshua Cutchin and Timothy Renner, but they have an interesting chapter on fairy folklore related to Bigfoot, but we're not getting there tonight. Among the scientifically inclined, few topics are more anathema than fairies. In fact, leprechauns alongside unicorns are often presented as the types of creatures cryptozoologists should not waste their time on. By contrast, Bigfoot seems downright respectable. And I like this here because they give you a good outline here of the idea you're talking about. The idea in question from the very beginning of this episode and our prep for this episode, are fairies scary, right?
Terror fairies.
So they write here, popular culture has greatly sanitized fairies. Current notions of tiny ladies flitting through gardens bear little resemblance to the fairies of folklore. Wings, their most salient feature, debuted in late 18th century children's books.
Pasteurized it.
Exactly. In reality, older legends, collectively known as the fairy faith, represent them as Geni Lacorum, land spirits of varying shapes and sizes. Other traditions suggest they are demons, fallen angels, or the dead. Legends commonly describe a visitor to fairyland who is urged to flee by another individual, typically the captive soul of a deceased friend or relative, lest they remain trapped in the other world forever. So yeah, definitely worse than death, I would say. But that idea, and that's why it connects so well, I think, to our episode today, is because these aren't just the Disney sort of fairy sorts of creatures. We're talking all shapes and sizes. It's going to get into the mantis men. We're going to get into the I've got a water witch. I got a giant bird story too.
But another bird.
When do we do birds?
Birds are scary, man.
I love Big Bird
Okay.
stories.
Big
Birds
Oh,
man,
are
I miss
scary.
our Big Bird.
What?
Just go up to like one more minute. It's at 24:11.
To just skip ahead.
Yeah.
So here's a couple things. The reason why we have Missing 411 in the title is because this occurred to me a while back when I was reading that Encyclopedia of Fairies book. I found it fascinating. Like I was just doing it for an episode on the gnomes, and the more I read, there was just all kinds of crazy, interesting references. So, and I started noticing these things, like the idea of, this thing being in the forest and then taking someone away, depending on what they were wearing or saying or doing, sometimes bringing them back. So some of these connections. So I found this article that someone else had broken this down after trying to Google this connection. And so these are some of the things that he also came across. One, so fairies use boulders, right? They use stones to build their homes, and boulder fields are often sacred, large stones, natural structures.
Super common in Iceland. The Huldafolk, like you're not even allowed to bulldoze in some areas without getting permission from the fairies.
Exactly.
The elves, rather.
So this is a common idea with fae folk across the world, or fairies, is that that's like their home. And oftentimes, Polites have pointed out that there's something about boulder fields. When people go missing in the woods, that there's a high frequency of clusters around areas where there are boulder fields, for instance. Interestingly, too, national parks, specifically Yosemite, that's one that Polites has talked about a lot. And according to the book from Wentz, W.Y. Evan Wentz of 1911 wrote The Fairy Faith in Celtic Countries. He references that Yosemite, he actually references that in there, that there is supposed to be a large cluster of fairy entities. Really? Yeah, according to experiences or the lore. And we do have some of the experiences coming up of fairies that I have come from a appendix of like 500 stories, real accounts of
the fairy census,
encounters.
right?
The fairy census, it's called. I'll link that in the show notes. We're just going to pull some from that for today. But I found that fascinating, John, that there are that many encounters. Reminds me of the Dogman. Like you wouldn't think of it, but there's like 500 to 600 encounters.
This one has more strange experiences than the grains of sand on a beach.
Yes, John.
Hey, got it right the first time this time.
Yeah, that's
a hard
right.
one.
So some of the other connections are disappearances near water, right? That's a very common theme.
That's pretty bland, though.
I understand you saying that. But
Water's everywhere.
specifically inexplicable drownings, for instance, when people are found in the water and yet there's no water in their lungs. There's no understandable cause of death, no discernible cause of death, not hypothermia, nothing, just passed away. A lot of these strange things. Here's an interesting one.
Return to previously searched spot. It's like Missing 401 that hunted.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm listing here are these things that connect to that. So the idea that these reports and encounters are being taken away to a fairy realm or this parallel dimension, right, where these entities live and then brought back, they're discovered oftentimes in the same place that was previously searched, sometimes alive, sometimes deceased. But that could explain that, instant disappearance. They look for them, look for days, look the same area, then they come back and they're found again. This kind of blip in and out of that reality. Another thing is being found dazed and confused, right? Sometimes when they do survive, they have no memory of the account. And this is an excerpt from that Faith and Fairies book. And this will sound very much like Missing 401 if you follow that phenomena. Persons in a short trance state of 2 or 3 days duration are said to be away with the fairies enjoying a festival. The festival may be very material in its nature, or it may be purely spiritual. Sometimes one may thus go to a fairy for an hour or two, or one may remain there for 7, 14, or 21 years. The mind of a person coming out of a fairyland is usually blank as to what has been seen and done there. So that comes from that book, and it reminds me of at least several of the Missing 401 encounters that I've heard of where they have survived. They have no recollection of what happened while they were gone. Even that recent one with the guy who was skiing, like that, I think he was a fireman or something that he was found in California.
Well, how do they know that though if no one ever comes back and remembers anything?
Specifically with the fairies?
Yeah.
That's just part of the lore with fairies, because they're having people come back and talked about what they experienced, which was these fairy type things.
Gee, it sure is a great excuse if you lived in, 16th century Ireland and you had a lady on the side. Every weekend you come back home, you're like, I don't know where I was. I think I was in Fairyland.
I think it was Fairyland.
I can't remember.
But they're also said to come out during...
Do you want me to keep going?
I was just saying, oh my god. But, that's so gross, Mython. Oh my god. That's so gross.
Fairies or Jawas?
No, I think Jawas are fairies.
Well, it's the same thing. What comes chicken? What comes first, the chicken or the egg, right?
The chicken, because they were beamed down from a different planet.
Well, here's something else right now. You always got to be right over there. That's that Dominican fire you have.
Oh my god. Yeah. But oh my god. But anyway, my basically theory is like the 1% that can't be explained is fairies. What are you laughing at?
These guys, they're funny.
Oh, I just saw that.
Yeah.
No, because fairies are Jawas, which mean that all fairies are Jawas, but Jawas are a type of fairy.
Okay.
You know what I
I'll
mean?
accept that. I'll accept that as an
That's
answer.
what I meant. Not that they came first or whatever, but that one is not the other, but some of the other is the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Jeff's like, glad we cleared that up.
No, sometimes it's good to be on the same page.
Yeah. It made me yawn.
I know.
Oh my god. No, because their whole body is gone. Everything they were wearing is gone too. So I don't know. Jeff. Good. I'm glad I could help.
He's gonna enjoy those wings a little bit better now.
Oh my god.
He knows.
But yeah, sorry I made the 411 basically into fairies again. I just really am a fairy bitch.
Well, no, that's your theory, though.
Yeah,
That's
because
your theory for today.
I'm not discounting any other theories. Could be portals, could be homeless feral people who are cannibals, could be just they fell into some shit, were eaten by animals. It could also be some fairies and portals and time travel.
Yeah. What about this, babe?
That's a
You
good
should.
ass idea.
You should.
I
This is
was
like
gonna talk
This is
about
Charlie Manson right here.
I was gonna talk about. I had a few things open. I was gonna talk about the. I wanted to do a live reenactment of the Philip experiment with everyone.
Look at this. You should check out this Y-Files, babe.
Yeah. And Brothers of the Serpent. That shit sounds cool.
Yeah.
But wait, so this is the experiments I was gonna talk about. I was gonna talk about the Montauk Project, which, as someone said earlier, was Stranger Things is based off of.
Yeah.
It was also linked to the Philadelphia experiment, which I think, yeah.
Hey, Jason's here.
What's up?
Jason.
Which is involved making a Navy ship invisible.
Okay.
But I wanted to do the Philip experiment with everyone, which is
You create a ghost, right? You said.
yeah. It says the goal was to explore whether people could create a ghost or paranormal entity through collective imagination and focused belief. The group invented a fictional character named Philip Aylesford, giving him a detailed backstory. They then held seances and attempted to communicate with Philip as if he were a real spirit. To their surprise, phenomena such as table wraps, movements, and other paranormal-like phenomena occurred during these sessions. So I just wanted to do, like, I don't know, maybe we all come up with a backstory of a guy. What was it really? I have to look into that. I don't know anything about all that stuff. Same thing with the LSD and the stuff from the CIA. I don't know any about that. I've never even heard of the USS.
You gotta look into all this stuff.
Yeah.
Unsolved Mystery. Somebody
Yeah. And Addict said that too.
And then it's a great show.
Yeah.
With that what's the actor's name that hosts it?
Oh, I don't
I used
know.
to love that guy. He was on fucking Caddyshack.
I was thinking that once we do the Philip experiment and we all come up with a backstory together, then we could do a Ouija board.
Okay.
Live Ouija board. Maybe that could be Halloween. How about that be the Halloween episode?
All right. Well, let's go quick. Robert Stack. Thank you, Woody.
Speaking of Mothman.
And I am Robert Stack, and welcome to Unsolved Mysteries.
Speaking of Mothman, I do have a Mothman sweater I wanted to wear, but I wore this wolf one instead because we're not talking about Mothman yet. But when we're talking about Mothman, I will be wearing my Mothman sweater.
Yeah. We definitely got to watch Unsolved Mysteries because that might be a show that you might like.
I think I have seen it in the past. I think that was like the only thing on my TV back then. But
yeah, that might be something right up your alley.
Any of it though.
Yeah.
But what else? What was I saying? Oh, what else did I want to talk about? Philip experiment, Montauk Project.
It's a Josh Gates Unsolved Mystery episode with Kermit's voice. Today on Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh my god.
we're gonna find ourselves on the wrong side of a fairyland.
You ruined Josh Gates for me.
I'm gonna take as much LSD as possible and join the fairies.
Oh my god, that'd be fun. But he did.
What you say? That sounds
He
exactly
did go
like
find leprechauns in Ireland.
That sounds just like that motherfucker.
Yeah. And Skinwalker Ranch just pisses me off. Everyone wants to call everything a Skinwalker. I don't know. From the little I've heard of it, I'm just like, eh.
Hello. I mean, you guys, have you ever heard Josh Gates talk? He sounds exactly like Kermit the Frog.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Go listen. Go watch it. Go watch it. And come back and tell me that I didn't nail that fucking impression of him. It is Kermit the Frog.
I know
but
you
it's
did.
Like
I just
a
don't
lightened
want
version. Because he
I
comes
just
up
don't wanna admit it.
whenever he talks. Right? Babe, you know it.
I know.
So you're shaking your head.
Yes. The albino ranch in the Ozarks. I have not heard of that. But
That
I know
dude's Kermit. Thank you.
that's Jeff. Come on.
On today's Expedition Unknown,
Oh my
I'm
God.
going to go to a weird country and find absolutely nothing.
Yes. Oh no, Zakanan. I hear it too much already. Please don't.
Yeah, whenever she says, let's go on an adventure, I go, here we go again. Down Schitt's Creek.
The dragon guy on Skinwalker Ranch?
Drives me nuts. What's that about?
What the hell? I have to watch this apparently.
I know I did it again to you, didn't I?
You did.
Sorry.
But I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about I'll try not to make everything about fairies, even though I'm very obsessed with fairies.
You really are.
So
But I'll
Yuba
make
County.
sure she doesn't go crazy. Look up the Yuba County 5. That would be a good future episode. There you
Oh
go.
my gosh.
So everybody's giving you some ideas. You better be taking notes, my love.
I know.
So
Oh, his
name is Dragon. He's the head of security.
oh my god. Honestly, that would be me if I was head of security. I'd give myself some bad.
That reminds me of Step Brothers.
Oh
It's
no.
My name's Dale, but you gotta call me Dragon.
What?
My name's Brennan, and you have to call me Nighthawk.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. Because I remember Nighthawk being a cool name.
Yeah.
Look it. Zakanan. I gotta remember that. That's terrible.
She loves gnomes, bud.
Yeah.
You better
Getting
add read a
infected
green
with them.
screen to Sunday. I will, bud. It might not be in the intro. I gotta rework the intro, but I'm definitely gonna have some of that stuff that you said. That was funny. Holy shit. Dude.
He's like, yeah. Because of the close up with the gnome.
Of the gnome, yeah.
But I think that's all I have for now. But I feel like I wanted to talk. Didn't I say something I wanted to talk about at the end or no?
No, I did. That was the project. The Phil project.
Oh, the
That was
Philip
it.
project.
That
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah.
On tonight's Missing 411,
Philip project.
Dominique talks. Missing people taken by fairies.
Yeah.
The meatballs were.
What? Hold on.
The meatballs were totally burnt. I couldn't believe it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that guy, he sent the video.
Yep. No, that was good. That's what we were trying to do with you, but we didn't
She
have a
wanted
way.
us to go from Jewish to Catholic, and come on now. We're all Italians.
Oh my
The meatballs
god.
are totally burned.
I wanted to also talk about religious stuff too, because like I said, I'm almost
Yeah, but
at-
you have like, man, have guests coming on and do that shit.
I
don't
wanted
you?
I wanted guests.
So I'd wait for them for that.
That's
look at this.
terrible.
There's
Hold
a few
on.
people that are kind of. Yuba County 5 is very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look what Zakanan, you're being
The
mean.
meatballs remain out of gnomes. Still delicious. Mmm.
No. Look,
Nothing.
and then he said this, and I was like, oh my god, he's eating gnome meatballs.
No, he's
no.
eating wings. He's eating chicken
Yeah.
wings and.
Oh
and
my
French
god,
fries.
those gnome wings?
Yes. Fairy
not
wings.
me.
He's eating fairy wings. Just tear them off the back. Slipping them right up. Right,
That's
right,
so
Jeff?
disgusting. That's
Give
so
it to them
gross. Oh my god. Wait, what was it saying? Oh yeah, guests. That's very true. Yeah, I have like 3 guests in mind that are gonna talk about religion with me.
Yeah. She's got some guests coming up.
Yeah.
And she even reached out to Peter Kane, dog trainer.
You guys will be updated once I hear back.
Oh, my fingers are so crossed. I hope he comes on the show.
My fingers are so
Oh
crossed.
my god! And I hope he stays in character the whole fucking time. It
I know.
sucks, man.
It sucks.
Okay, can I have you come on the show and talk about getting raped in a dry creek bed, right?
And what was funny is that I kind of worded it where I like made it sound like I believe him.
Oh, that's so funny.
Right?
If he thinks he's gonna come on here and pull the fast one on you. If
I'm
chicken
down
wings
for
were made
whatever.
out of garden gnomes, would you? Hey,
You guys are anti-gnome, and I don't like the
polish it
anti-gnome.
off with a tall, cool Budweiser. Cubs win.
That's actually a good idea. But actually, I do have gnome merch. I made it yesterday. It's a Halloween bat. No.
Yes, you did come out with Halloween merch. Yes.
It just
are
literally
we
says
up to the
Grandpa.
part of the episode where we're putting stuff over?
Yeah, because it's 2 hours, and you said
Yeah.
my thon's at.
My con's at
Oh.
11:55, which I'm going to do that right now for him.
55, yeah.
Everybody in this room, I'm sure you all know about it, but make sure you check into my thon at midnight at 11:55 tonight because he's got Woody Triple Deuce on the
nice.
podcast, and they're going to have some great conversation and
They're
maybe
gonna have
a
some
fart or
words
two.
with each other.
Okay, they're going to fart a little bit on there too.
Oh my god.
These 2 guys are going to be farting around, so you
Then
better get
we
ready
might
for
be
some fun
farting and
stuff.
watching.
My thon has a YouTube channel.
Oh my god.
Where-
Thoughts.
I've been living under a rock.
Is this true facts, Kanan?
I'd recommend Monster Hunter International. Oh boy.
I need to watch that. I'm starring your chat.
You can.
Boof.
All day. Some are calling this the Dutch oven of podcasts tonight. My Thon at Midnight, featuring Woody Triple Deuce. I'm sure that room is going to be packed to the gills, boys. I'm sure you're going to have a great pod, and me and my wife are going to be there with bells on.
I'm gonna be eating Nutella and watching.
Yes, you will. Also, I have a special episode that's dropping for members only right after My Thon at Midnight.
Hi, Lunchbox.
That is my
hi
first
to
episode.
Lunchbox.
Hey, Lunchbox, what's up, bud? Thank you for stopping in. It's going to be the first episode of my In My Honest Opinion that the guys was telling you about last Sunday. The first episode is McFarlane Toys, so just keep an eye out for that. That's going to be coming like either every week or every other week. So a lot of cool stuff, and then it's going to go live on Monday for everybody. So if you're not a member, it'll go live Monday. If you're patient, if you're not patient, join the membership. I appreciate you. Thank you. But other than that, Sunday pre-roll. We're busy tomorrow in Queens, but Sunday we're off. So 10 p.m. You know it. Let's have some fun.
Yes. Look,
Let's
read
have a
that.
good time. Podcasts. Oh my goodness. I appreciate everybody coming in here and
Yes.
talking cryptids and weird stuff with me and my lovely wife.
Sorry if it wasn't as good as the Dogman episode. I was very tired. I was forgetting a lot of things, and it was a lot to like.
But you know what? I think you did a good job. Stop
And I was rambling.
Stop doing that. Don't do that. All right? You did a good job. All right? You played these
You're
things
biased.
that talked about it. I'm not
Yeah.
biased. I was sitting here listening to you the whole time.
Okay.
You're wrapping up at a perfect time. You're not going
Oh,
too
thank
long.
you, Frank.
You know, you did a great job. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, 2 hours is not
See?
bad. But like I said before, I wanted to revisit every topic I go. I don't want it to be one and done. Because
Yeah, well, that's the beautiful thing
definitely
about these kinds of stuff, like these cryptid
Yeah.
stuff. It never ends, never ending.
Yeah.
So, don't think you did a bad job because you didn't.
And y'all
didn't.
better get used to gnomes. Because gnomes are. Look at that. Look at the background.
Everybody's telling you did great.
I guess so.
Come on,
Thank
let's
you.
not. Roll keeper, yes, me and my wife are going to Legion's Con. So, I hope to see you there. Probably gonna go Saturday. I don't know about Sunday.
Look.
But we'll definitely be there, bud.
That is funny. Oh my God, Zakanin.
I just saw that.
Good. Enjoy it. Let it soak in.
Only if the no. Hello, we're the gnomes from Fairy Town. Come on down. I wrote a song about an octopus.
I might make him do a what's it called?
I'm trying to get more songs on the album.
A guided meditation.
Sit here while my guitar quietly whimpers.
I'm going to make you say a gnome, like visit the Gnome King guided meditation with that voice, and that's the Gnome King's voice.
Welcome, I am the Gnome King.
Yes.
My name is John Gnomington.
No.
And this is the Gnome Hour.
Thank you, Roll. And that's
Podcast.
fine because he loves Mets, so that's fine.
Buddy, I appreciate you. Thank God the Mets won. I don't think I can handle the fucking. I don't think I can handle those fuck faces celebrating on our field.
Oh my
Pieces of shit.
Gracious.
And fuck the Dodgers. And fuck you too, Shohei Ohtani.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you for stopping by. You could always watch the replay squad. I mean, no, that made no sense. You could always be part of the replay squad by watching it. Woody likes your impression.
Oh shit! I like to see that.
I said Woody likes your impression.
Which one? George Harrison?
No,
What do you think, George Harrison of the Beatles?
No.
I don't know. I'm trying to get more songs on the album.
Yes. Yeah. It's 11/11. Make a wish.
Oh, go Dodgers, Frank. You son of a bitch.
Oh my God. I wanted to put over my merch. Show the merch. Show the merch.
This is my lovely lady sweat. She got me a sweatshirt with her merch on here.
Yes.
She wanted to brand me, if you will.
Ooh.
And she did with her little fox. It's nice, very comfortable, I will say.
Did you sleep in it?
I did not sleep in it. No.
Okay.
No, it's very
That is
comfortable.
a true test, as you said. And thank you. Was it Roll Keeper?
Keeper bought one, yeah.
Same one. Thank you. Also, like I said, I have a Halloween gnome.
Wait a minute. Look at this.
Oh my God, do it, babe. Oh
Hold on.
no. Go to my channel.
It's on your channel.
Yeah, go to my channel and then it says store at the very end, like
hold on.
live membership store or
All
whatever.
right, hold on. I'm gonna share it in the fucking thing because that's the kind of guy that I am.
Look. Send me that one. I don't want a new one. I want Tony's.
No.
That
you want? I want to smell your musk.
His musk and his cologne is mine. It's so much work. I know, right?
What is going on with us right
it's
now?
like 10 internet miles.
Where's your merch ain't here on your
Yeah, it is.
on your page? No, it's not.
Go to my page.
Website, Instagram, Patreon, Ko-Fi.
No. It's a like home video shorts live playlist community membership store. It's not in the description.
Where the fuck do you see that?
Right here. I'll post it.
You posted. I don't see shit.
You little bitch.
I appreciate everybody hanging out, man.
Yes. Thank you for coming and listening to my weird rambling and my obsession with fairies and gnomes.
Man, bottle of that man musk.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to share it.
I lost my mojo.
Look.
Mikey loves a homeless boxer smell. You know it, bud. I told you that's my style.
No, Zakanin. That's why I gave you the
Hobo
links. You can
chic,
find
that's
it.
what he put it.
What?
Hobo chic.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he put it.
You're not allowed to punch gnomes because if you're part of the goblin squad, like we're called now, play the goblin thing.
Oh, you want to play that now?
Because we're the goblin squad.
All right, so we're gonna play that before we.
I hear whistling. Do goblins whistle?
Only when they're calling other goblins.
That's us now.
That's us now. You're a goblin now.
The hoodies are if you go to the link, they're not up on the site, but you gotta go click there's like a blue words to say from Spreadshop. Hold on, I'll just put it in.
Oh yeah. This hoodie is very comfortable, I will say.
That
Not
one
too
is
heavy.
the crown fox. Yeah, right here. So there's the color block one like he has, and then there's just a normal like solo color. Here, I'll put the thingy.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Pew, 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 pew.
But anyway, baby girl, I think we're gonna wrap this up after you drop these links in, right?
Yes.
Like I said, everybody make sure you go check out Mython and
Oh,
Midnight.
hold on. Let me answer this question.
Okay.
Because yes, I have very, 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 very strong obsession with the Lord of the Rings elves, but not so much anymore because I'm trying to be a nicer person and not so stuck up like the elves are. So
You're
that's
welcome
why
to that.
exactly.
And
It's
then
his.
knock her off a fucking pedestal, guys.
He's very dwarf-like from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Very like how they are, and but also gnomes. Oh look! Yay! We whistled to find the other goblins.
The elves are frustrated parents,
Yeah.
not stuck up.
Yeah, no, I get it. I have. First of all, that's why I just say I'm just a fae, because I'm all of them combined. I'm an elf. I'm a gnome, but gnomes are nicer. They're more community based. They work hard. They do all the cute stuff, and they're very, very cozy. So I'm trying to be more like a gnome. Hence my obsession with gnomes. But I've been obsessed with gnomes for a very long time, and fairies. And my
I've
aunt.
known you for quite a few years, and I've known that you've been in the gnomes since I've known you.
Yeah. So for like 5+ years then.
Yeah.
But I've always been obsessed with fairies because my aunt, when I was little, gave me like she like indoctrinated me into fairy faith, basically. She always taught me to believe in them. So I've always been very into fairies.
You need merch that says Goblin Squad.
Oh, 100% it's coming.
You'll love Monster Hunter International. There you go.
Oh my god. Are they like cutesy? I don't care. I will read it anyway.
Just read the goddamn book.
I will read
That's
it
the third
ASAP.
suggestion for that for you.
Yes. Goblins and orcs kick ass. Orcs are gross looking.
Orcs are the best. I love orcs.
Goblins are cool.
I love orcs. You know
Because
what I love?
we're the goblins.
In the game Shadow of War in Mordor, the orcs in that game are the best.
Yeah. We're the Goblin Squad. And I love hey, I love that. It's been nice getting to know you too.
Oh god damn it, JMK, you are such a wordsmith.
Also, Jeff, if there's any if you need a random extra character, I will like to double play as a gnome.
All right. Relax. You can barely play as the character you got.
That's very true. But also you said I couldn't have a pet gnome, which is very unfortunate. Can it be a mount?
Rock, though. you got a pet rock though.
I do have a pet rock. He said nope. Mom and Dad are arguing again. People can be mean and go goblin.
You really on your own.
I know.
Yeah, forget about it.
I don't have a handle on anything, let alone my own words.
She's got
my own mental capacities. I don't. I'm just kidding. I do sometimes,
God.
Maybe. Pet pebble.
Oh, sometimes I tell you that I was brought into your life to teach you patience, but sometimes I think you were brought in my life to teach me patience.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I love you so much.
I love you so much.
I love you so much. Everybody, check out Mython at midnight.
Wait, what?
I said, everybody, check out Mython at midnight.
Oh my god! Play it! Play it! Play it!
Okay, hold on.
I hear whistling. Do goblins whistle?
Only when they're calling other goblins.
Oh my god, Woody's a goblin now!
Thank you so much, Woody.
Oh my god, look at us. Cute ass goblin squad.
You're such a silly goose.
Look, the party does indeed have Douglas.
That's right.
I'll go get in the tent now. After this is
get in the tent. Bad girl. Bad girl.
Oh wait, did you see this?
No.
I like it. Do it again. I like how you do it. Yeah, I like it. Okay. I think we should get off before we annoy people more.
Yeah. I think they can only handle us but for so long, right?
Exactly.
I appreciate all you guys.
It's not still up, no.
No, the tent is
It's only not up because I put it in the trunk of the car because I wanted to go in the woods just to literally take like a photo and that was it. but we haven't got to the woods yet.
Yeah,
So
well, no, and I also told her that's fucking crazy, and we're not going to do that. So
it'll happen. Don't worry.
Yeah, but anyway, take it easy, everybody. I appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.
Whispers in the night, shadows in the moonlight, figures in the fog, footsteps on the cold ground, creaking of the door, wind howls once more, eyes in dark corners, ghosts and old mourners, haunted dreams, silent screams, mystery looms in darkened rooms, lanterns glowing dim, faces looking grim, cobwebs hanging low, secrets they do show, voices call your name, playing in this game, chills run down your spine, lost where lights don't shine, haunted dreams, silent screams, mystery looms in darkened rooms.
I hear whistling. The goblins whistle?
Only when they're calling other goblins.
I hear whistling. The goblins whistle?